people all morning. The Fox 61 Morning News starts now.
Few slippery spots. Let's try this all over again this morning as we go to work and school. I'll get this right. We'll have it right for you coming up.
And we have breaking news. One person shot on Capitol Ave this morning. Angela Bavaro standing by with an update.
Also, there's going to be increased police presence at some schools in Manchester after police said they found a student with a gun on school grounds. We'll tell you what else they are saying this morning.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for being with us here on Fox 61 America Areas.
And I'm Tim Lammers. It's understandable what Matt said because, boy, we're on the Weather Watch. All sorts of words. Slip, slick, slide. You can see a lot of it out there today.
Yeah, sure rolled off your tongue a heck of a lot easier. Good morning. There's the picture on what you're seeing now. It is a brief band of activity. There's not much there. We'll take you to 691 in Meriden live via our Fox 61 storm tracker, and you can see the roads are fine. They are wet. For now, most of the towns, nothing sticking, and that's certainly some good news. All right, good morning to you. Let's see what you need to know. And this morning, there's a couple of snow showers out there. Stand by. It's a colder forecast, but still seasonal. But in the 7-day, stand by for some bitter cold on the way. Live look at Hartford and New Haven. You see the temperatures both above freezing. That's clearly critical, but not the case in Waterbury, Torrington, New Milford. We're close in Danbury and Windsor Locks. You get to the shore, and it's clearly just rain and nothing else. You got a wind. That's a little breezy, double digits with the wind chills taking it down to 20 degrees. Thanks to that north wind in Torrington, 21 Waterbury, 22 in New Milford. Everyone else is pretty good. Here's the radar scene right now. I'm going to go right into the metro, and you'll see just a couple of pockets of some steadier snowflake activity. Driving in about 90 minutes ago, didn't see much in terms of reduced visibility, and certainly nothing that was sticking. But again, watch those temperatures that are close to or just slightly below freezing for what may be a minor issue or two on the roads. We'll catch up with Lauren in a second. Here's the bus stop forecast for the high schoolers. 33 now, 38 later. That is still right where temperature should be, despite a big drop in numbers from yesterday. Speaking of big drops, we have one in the 7-day. Wait till you see how low the numbers are going for the weekend. We'll talk about it coming up. All right, here's Lauren. As I mentioned, she's got a look at traffic. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Matt. Good morning, everyone. Not too much to get to out on the roadways, but as Matt was saying, could be some slick spots out there, so give yourself a little extra time just in case there are any spinouts or anything like that of that nature. Let's bring you out to Capitol Avenue right now. Angela Bavaro is live on this scene right now. We'll bring you more of that breaking news coming up in just a few moments, but Capitol Ave is closed between Heath Street and James Street for this police investigation. So let's talk some alternate routes. Either Park Street or Farmington Avenue are going to be your best bet at this time. In the Hartford area, 91, 84, Route 2 in both directions, in and out of the capital city. Smooth sailing as of right now in the Hartford area. Taking a live look at 91. Some light volume out there on the roadways. Really nothing to complain about. Over in Waterbury, we did have a couple of snowflakes falling a little while ago. I-84 east and westbound, though, moving just fine in and out of the Mixmaster. Can't complain over there. In the New Haven area, 91 and 95 both moving smooth. And as we move into Fairfield County, we are starting to see that heavier volume indicated on the right side of your screen on 95 southbound the Merritt Parkway. Not looking too bad. We'll check in again on the roads coming up at 6:30. For now, Tim and Eric, I'll send things back over to you.
Okay, thank you. And we do have breaking news here in Hartford. Police are investigating an overnight shooting that happened on Capitol Avenue.
And that's where we find Fox 61's Angela Bavaro standing by. Angela, what can you tell us?
Erica, Tim, good morning. So what we know so far is that the victim here of this shooting is a male in his 20s. Police, as of that last update, say he is currently listed in critical condition. But beyond that, we don't know much about what exactly happened here, what led up to this shooting. As this investigation continues, you could see the swarm of cop cars right here behind me on scene. Again, this is Capitol Avenue, and the stretch of the road here is shut down still between James Street and Heath Street. So just a heads up for anybody heading out this way this morning. Now, police say they arrived on scene here just before 2 o'clock this morning on a shot spotter activation. They got on scene, they found that victim who had been shot. That victim, again, a male in his 20s, was taken to a hospital and is listed in critical condition as of that last update. Still no word yet on any potential suspects, but police tell us They will keep us updated as they learn more about what exactly happened here, what led up to this shooting, and they will also keep us updated on that victim's condition. We are live in the capital city this morning. I'm Angelo Bavar, Fox 61 News.
Okay, we will check back in with Angelo throughout the course of the morning as police learn more. All right, 6:05 this morning, a Manchester high school student is in custody because police said he had a gun on school grounds.
And we're checking in with Fox 61's Brooke Griffin. She's live at Manchester High this morning with what the school is doing today to make sure students and staff feel safe. Brooke, good morning.
Well, good morning to you both. The superintendent says all Manchester middle and high schools are going to have an elevated police presence starting today and lasting throughout the rest of the week. They say that is because they want to, one, give students and parents peace of mind through the rest of the week. But they say they've also had an uptick in fighting in their schools in the past couple of weeks, and they want to combat that as well. Now, Manchester police say this all started on Friday evening when the 16-year-old student was involved in an assault off campus. They tell us an investigation was conducted and a take into custody order was issued. Shortly after the school day was over yesterday, police found the student in Manchester High School parking lot. Police say when they approached the student, he began to resist. They say when they got him into custody, they found a loaded handgun on him that had been stolen from Georgia last year. Officers did not say if the student had ever actually taken that gun inside the school building itself. Officers tell us the student is now facing charges of first-degree assault, carrying a pistol without a permit, possession of a weapon on school grounds, second-degree reckless endangerment, and other charges as well. The superintendent released a statement to parents in part saying, quote, "This kind of information provokes feelings of worry and concern, and I want you to know that we are working with police and community agencies to address these issues in a variety of ways." Now, again, the superintendent says that due to that uptick in fighting and along with trying to give those parents, students, and staff peace of mind for the rest of the week, they are going to have that increased police presence here. Manchester High School is one of them that you should be seeing some more officers at for the next few days. They say there's also going to be support available for students who may be having trouble processing what is going on in the schools with the violence recently. Live in Manchester, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61 News.
Hey, Brooke,
Thank you for that update. 6:07 now, and heading to New Haven now, where a man is expected to survive after he was shot in the kitchen of a home on Bassett Street. Officers first responded at about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Investigators say there was a fight in the kitchen of the house, and the 34-year-old man was shot in the upper back near his collarbone. Anyone with information about the shooting should call New Haven police. And a contractor in Manchester is facing a $375,000 fine by OSHA. This is in response to an incident that happened last July in Vernon, in which a trench collapsed and killed a worker. An OSHA investigation found Botticello Incorporated exposed the man to deadly hazards while connecting drainage pipes at a residential construction site. OSHA says Botticello didn't have a protective system in place to prevent the trench from collapsing. They also say it didn't properly inspect the trench before workers went inside and did not have a good enough way for them to exit the trench. Botticello has 15 business days now to pay the fine or appeal the decision.
Democrats in the state legislature are expected to share more of their proposals for this legislative session this morning. They're set to tackle issues like college affordability, greater access to job training, expanding paid sick leave, and increasing the transparency of how schools report their spending. Lawmakers are expected to release more details on these plans at 10:30 this morning at the Legislative Office Building. Speaking of proposals, Governor Lamont is proposing to permanently increase the state's earned income tax credit by 10%. If it happens, that would mean nearly $45 million in additional state tax credits. That would go to more than 211,000 households and individuals who qualify. So to be eligible, you must make under certain income thresholds. For instance, individuals with no dependents can't make over $16,480. Married people who are filing jointly with no dependents are capped at $22,610.
The earned income tax credit is just one more way of giving people an incentive to get back to work and help them keep more of what they earn.
And the earned income tax credit. If you're not familiar, it's a credit against the state's income tax, and it's fully refundable. Now, if the changes were to pass, Connecticut would be among the top 5 states with the largest EITC rates.
Starting tomorrow, Hero Pay will begin going out to Connecticut's essential workers. More than 150,000 workers who continued to work during the pandemic are expected to get up to $1,000 in relief. Now, those payments start processing February 1st. Comptroller Sean Scanlon says about 20,000 one-time payments will be made every week. Paper checks are going to go out in 5 to 6 weeks.